I live my life on a strict routine, and I get anxiety if that routine is interrupted in the slightest way. Is there a name for this? Have you been to a doctor? If you can afford it, go. It sounds like you have intense anxiety, and because life happens, you are going to have plenty of times when your routine is screwed up. How disabling is the anxiety? I like running on a schedule as well. You could set a clock by when I eat breakfast or feed dogs or shower or do various chores. If I get off schedule, it is mildly annoying, but in no way disabling. I manage just fine. If being 2 minutes late to go grocery shopping leaves you curled up in a corner crying, then yes, that's a problem. But if you're just one that prefers schedules and order, then you're fine. It isn't normal if it disrupts your life and your relationships, which it sounds like it does. It happens, could be OCD or autism in some degree. I think is really important to expand on the I get anxiety part. I used to believe I was anxious all the time during my teenage years. Now I know I have ADHD, and a lot of things I thought were anxiety were just misregulations on my system. I get overstimulated rather than anxious. For example, if I was in your situation, more than anxiety, I would feel lack of control. I would feel like the whole day is ruined because I don't know how to accommodate the rest of my obligations in the day, and I would have lost all will to actually do things. The good part is that once you get to know yourself and the way your brain work, you start having tools to help yourself in those situations. Autism. Hard to say without knowing you for a long time. Might be just learned behavior or might be OCD, autism anxiety disorder. It is normal. You could say you have some OCD tendencies, not everything is a diagnosis. It sounds like obsessive-compulsive disorder OCD or obsessive-compulsive personality disorder OCD. These disorders involve patterns of behavior where individuals feel compelled to perform certain routines or rituals and may experience significant distress or anxiety if these routines are disrupted. But if it's not so strong, it may just be your specialty, so it's best to see a specialist. Sure sounds like anxiety disorder. It is not normal. It can be treated. See a shrink. If you're a toddler, this is normal. As a parent of a toddler, I feel this. Like, no Janet, I don't have time to talk. Nap time is in an hour and a half, and I have to prepare. Seems to me there would be a number of reasons to trigger this, not just being a parent. They've trained me to be anxious if I am not on schedule. Is there something that's trained you to have this response to schedule pressure? Depends how severe the anxiety is. There isn't a name for it, but it is symptomatic of a number of conditions that may be worth talking to a doctor about. That can be related to many things, but only if it is extreme enough to interfere with your life. If not, it's just your personality. That's a trait of autism. Autism. I'm a behavioral specialist with the NHS. I could probably set up an online phone meeting with someone local to you. I'm just finishing up work. I should be able to provide info within the next hour or so. Autism OCD. It could be a number of things. I would consult a doctor about it. Anxiety, possibly high-functioning autism. Are you on the spectrum? Autism, maybe. I would just say you're a creature of habit, and that's totally normal.